Hello, welcome to Emory. I'm sure I'm not the first person to tell you that as you're in the process of transferring to Emory, but nonetheless, I'd like to add my voice to it. So welcome to Emory. We're happy to have you. We're happy you're here. My name is Dr. Tom Bing. I'm a faculty member in the physics department here at Emory, and I'm also the director of undergraduate studies for the physics department. So that puts me very, very involved in the class scheduling, the advising, the talking with our physics majors and minors and all that sort of thing. So if you're watching this video, you're in the process of transferring to Emory, you are perhaps interested in some sort of major or minor in our physics department here at Emory. And I think the first thing I'd like to say a little bit about is on the door to our department, it might say Department of Physics, but we offer many more options than just a pure physics degree here at Emory. So I wanted to say a little bit about the various physics majors that we offer. For one thing, we do, like I said, offer a pure physics degree at Emory. We have two such degrees, actually. There's a Bachelor of Science in Physics and a Bachelor of Arts in Physics. And the main distinction between a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Arts is the Bachelor of Science degree is a little more involved. There are more required classes, especially more required upper level classes in a Bachelor of Science degree. A Bachelor of Arts degree is a little more pared down. There are fewer required classes for that. A Bachelor of Arts degree is often a very good option for an Emory student looking to pair a physics major with maybe a minor in some other department, or with a second major in some other department. Or even if you have your eyes set towards some sort of professional school, say maybe you're thinking about going to medical school or dental school or something like that, well, certainly something like a medical school, they have their own list of requirements and their own list of prerequisite classes. So a physics BA can be often an attractive option to pair with some sort of career plan like that. So, okay, nonetheless, we do offer pure physics Bachelor of Science and pure physics Bachelor of Arts, but we have several other things in our department as well. So we have astronomy, we teach astronomy courses. So we also have a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Arts option in physics and astronomy. Okay, that's a popular thing. We have a biophysics degree. Many of our physics faculty, they are certainly physicists, but their research tends more towards biological sorts of physics problems. So there's lots of fascinating stuff there. So we offer a biophysics degree. We also have what we call an engineering sciences degree, and an engineering sciences Bachelor of Science degree. And that is what most other universities would call something like an applied physics degree. Here at Emory, we call it engineering sciences. So those engineering sciences degrees, at their core, they are physics degrees, absolutely. And you will be taking many physics classes in such a thing. But the classes are a little bit more skewed towards more applied sorts of things. So whether that's in electronics or instrumentation or whatever else. So we have those engineering sciences degrees as well. So that's the various majors that you can sign up for, that you can participate in our physics department here at Emory. The other thing I'd like to say a few words here about is our introductory classes, our first year physics classes at Emory. And now if you're a transfer student, I know some transfer students, you will have already taken intro classes somewhere else, and that's fine. But in the event that you're coming in fresh here at Emory, I wanted to say a few words about how every fall here at Emory, we actually have two different intro physics classes. So every fall at Emory, we offer Physics 141. That is an algebra-based introduction to mechanics. So Newton's laws, energy, momentum, rotations, that sort of thing. So that's Physics 141. We also, every fall, offer Physics 151. So now that is a calculus-based introduction to mechanics. So the same topics as 141. So Newton's laws, energy, momentum, rotations, that sort of stuff, but calculus-based instead of algebra-based. So that's every fall. We do 141 and 151. And then every spring, we continue each of those sequences. So every spring, we offer 142, which is algebra-based introduction now to electricity, magnetism, and optics. And every spring, we have Physics 152. So that is now a calculus-based introduction to electricity, magnetism, and optics. So that's how the intro sequence works here at Emory. Every fall, we have algebra and calculus-based mechanics. Every spring, we have algebra and calculus-based electricity and magnetism and optics. If you're thinking about majoring or minoring in our department, we would very much recommend you do the calculus-based sequence, so the 151, 152. Although, I mean, there's no rule against it. You could do the algebra-based sequence if you want or if you need to, but calculus is recommended anyway. So that's a few words of overview about our physics department. The next thing I'd like to do with you here is take you to our physics department website. So perhaps you've seen that physics department website already. Perhaps you browsed around, and that's great. But if not, let's maybe go over there together and have a little look around. So I will attempt to share my screen here. There we go. All right, here's our department website. There's lots of good information on here. So, okay, this tab right here, you go to the various research labs and programs we have. People tab, you can get information about all the physics faculty, for example. But I think what'll be most productive for us together here is let's go to the undergraduate tab right here. And first option on the drop-down menu here, undergraduate degrees. So that will take you to this page. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see all these tiles. So they're all linked. So here's all the various physics major degree programs that I just told you about. So for example, if you want to know a little bit more about the Bachelor of Science in Pure Physics, you can click on this tile, and that'll take you to a list of the required courses for that particular degree. And also a few, not required, of course, but at least a few suggested schedules, a few suggested ways for you to take all those required classes and pace yourself through your various years here at Emory. Sometimes that gets a little bit nuanced and a little bit special case for transfer students, depending on how many years you're planning to spend here at Emory and what you're coming in with, physics and math class-wise. But nonetheless, each of those tiles takes you to information about our various degrees. And the other big important thing on this page is right here, this comparison chart for all degrees. Okay, let's maybe click on that. That'll take you to this comparison chart with the various degrees in the columns and the various physics courses here in the different rows. And this lets you see the similarities and differences amongst all the required courses for our various degree options. Most of the degrees are right here on the first page. Engineering Sciences is here on the second page. The other thing you'll notice is, well, yeah, okay, you want to be a physics major. You're going to be taking a lot of physics classes. There are also required math classes. You could even argue that Isaac Newton had to invent calculus before he could do the physics work that he was interested in. So there are required math classes for all of our physics degrees. And the standard advice there is, okay, people come in with different AP credit, people come in with different transfer credit, but the standard advice there is keep the math train moving down the tracks. So your first semester at Emory, you want to jump in with wherever you happen to be in this math sequence and take a math class every semester until you're through this sequence here. So that's the main stuff I wanted to show you on our department website. Okay, let's come back here. I think the last thing here, especially with transfer students, everybody's situation is quite unique. If you're looking to take just a class or two in our department or major or minor in our department. So people come in at different levels and different experiences. So what I want to end with here in this video is just an open invitation. Please reach out to us. Either reach out to me or reach out to any other physics faculty or physics advisor who you happen to cross paths with in your first few months here at Emory. We're all very happy you're here. We want to talk with you. Okay, if you have questions, advising questions, okay, what sort of courses maybe should I take my first semester at Emory? What sort of degree possibility? What sort of major might be most appropriate for my career goals? All sorts of questions like that, and probably many other things that I can't imagine. We're happy to talk with you. So please reach out to us. One more time, my name is Dr. Tom Bing. My Emory email, I suppose you could just look it up, but my Emory email is tbing@emory.edu. So I think that's about it. We look forward to hearing from you. And one more time, welcome to Emory. We're glad you're here.